Well, guys, we talk about a lot of things on our podcast,
so many.
and it's all important stuff, but we don't ever want to get away from the basics. And all of those things come back to a few simple principles you need to know. So today, we're going to dive into how to hack your marketing 101. Back to the basics. So that is coming up. Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Rashawn.
And I'm Mark.
Today, we're going to talk about how to hack your marketing 101. How do we get back to the basics, Mark?
Going
and that's
back
what
to
I'm
school.
excited about, is talking about that, because
Yeah.
we can overlook it at times, getting so caught up in everything else.
You know, isn't that true? It's like every area of life, whatever we dive into, no matter how much we learn, if we don't keep hitting away at those basic things, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah. It's like the
right?
foundational thing, setting the ground
Yes.
and then go from there. But we need to set the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've been getting back into cooking lately, and
Nice.
yeah, it's like if I don't remember just the basics about like my cooking temperature and getting my ingredients measured right, doesn't matter like how much I experiment or try stuff, it's gonna taste bad.
Exactly.
So
too much water, too much salt.
Yeah. Too much. So we got to stick with those basics. So without further ado, today we're going to talk about Marketing 101. And so the number one thing that as you're doing this, if maybe you're a small business, you're just getting started, maybe you've been doing this for years and years, but you need this reminder to get back to the basics.
So good.
And the number one thing you need to know is you've got to find out where your target market is talking.
Wow.
Where is the conversation happening? And so I think we can get caught up on like the latest thing. Should I be doing this? Should I be trying that? Trying to mimic what other people are doing? All that stuff. But at the end of the day, we got to remember it's a conversation.
Yes, so
and
good.
people are already having that conversation. Where is it happening, and how can we join it?
Really good, Mark. And I just think of it like this: conversations lead to conversions. Come on now.
That's it.
Without the conversations, people won't be able to convert to your brand.
Yeah.
You know, and even use your products. Better yet, even connect with you. Yeah, you need to connect with your people.
Yeah,
so.
You need to connect with your people. And so you might be a B2B business, and if you're investing all your time into TikTok, which we just talked about that in our last podcast, there might not be any businesses on there.
Exactly.
There might be some Gen Z business startups on there, and maybe that is relevant, but maybe you need to be on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
maybe that's where you need to
LinkedIn,
be.
exactly. I had a young man that I was talking to on the phone, stellar young man from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he's in a place where he's trying to figure out his next job. He's more in the freelance world. And I was beginning to tell him, like, go over to LinkedIn. That's where the CEOs, the business leaders, and they will love to have you, dude. You're passionate, you're enthusiastic, and you're very creative and talented.
Yes.
And all you got to do is go to where they're talking already about what needs they have.
So I think a trap I can get caught in for me is like I get excited about a certain one, and I'm like interested in a certain platform or interested in a certain place where the conversation's happening, and I want everybody to get excited about the thing I'm excited about. So I'm trying to get people on that. Or maybe even within your company, you've got a messaging system, and you're really excited about this messaging system. You're trying to get everybody to use it, but it's not what people are already on naturally.
So true.
And so sometimes, and I've seen this in some of the organizations I've worked with or worked for, it's like with that example, they're trying to get everybody on this messaging platform. Nobody's using it, and they're doing all this energy, but everybody's already on Facebook talking.
See?
So it's like, just go where it's already happening. And I think that's so key for us as organizations or business leaders. Find out where the people are already talking and join in.
I love that. That's a game changer.
It is.
Game changer. And that's in every facet of our life.
Yes.
Like, for instance, we won't be able to get, this spiritual encouragement or, somewhere where we can grow spiritually, in a place where no one wants to, to walk and live a spiritual life. Like, we got to get around a community that, So, that's awesome.
That's key, man. So number 2, research and understand their pain point. So research is pretty key in marketing, spending some time, not just going with what your gut feeling is or what you think people might like, but trying to understand, hey, within this space, what is the challenge or the pain point or the problem that they're facing? and what is it that they really want resolved? You might think it's one thing. You might think that this is the main problem that they have.
Yeah.
But then it's actually not
even
the challenge
the
or the problem. And I think Apple is a great example of this kind of idea that they understood in a land populated by IBM back in the 80s into the 90s. Like, it looked like Microsoft then was going to take over everything. They were just the dominant. Everybody had a Windows computer back in the 90s.
Crazy. I remember that. I forgot the sound. I was going to do it, but
And so then along comes Steve Jobs and Apple, and they see that the pain point is actually not just a stronger and stronger computer, but it's like, I want to have a user experience on my device that's so easy that it knows already what I'm going to be doing and responds to it.
I love that.
So they understood the pain point better than Microsoft did, and they, boom, like we know where Apple is now. They took over the market.
They really did.
Because they understood this is the pain point that people have, and this is what they actually want resolved. And boom, now Apple's dominant.
That's amazing. Such a beautiful, like, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I'm using, like, I got 2 Apple phones right here.
They got you.
And an Apple computer. They got you.
They got me. Oh, man, they got me.
Nice.
So then number 3, this is finally where content creation comes in. I think we want to start there, right? With marketing, we want to create stuff.
Yeah.
But if that happens after we know the conversation, we understand the pain point, now we're creating content. And here's 3 categories of content within that point 3. Content that empathizes, content that inspires, and content that resolves their problem. So content that empathizes, that's where it's like, hey, I get you.
True.
I feel your pain.
That's
right?
good. Yeah.
Talk about that.
So, for instance, if you come across, like, what was a platform I came across recently? Like, there's tons of ways to bridge the gap and connect with people and meet them where they are. I think that's one of the bigger things, is just making sure that you are conveying a message that's about them and not about yourself, but reaching their needs. And that's where the research came in, where
I think a good example of this, like, just what was it, a few days ago, we were looking up videos on Facebook for chronic pain. It's like working with a client that resolves people's chronic pain. People are not going to want your product until they know, like, hey, you get that I'm in pain all the time.
So true.
So we were just looking up some chronic pain videos, right?
And getting different content that really, shared that felt need.
Yeah, really hits on, this is hard.
That's where connection comes too. Like, dude, okay, I can trust them already. I'll be seeing this content all the time. This empathetic content. Yeah, empathetic.
So, and then content that inspires. I know you're all about that. Talk about why do you go for content that inspires? Content
inspires. It's just a way of coming across something that inspires you to, like, face the day or face that problem. I think something that, really helps empower you to say, I can face this problem. I can face this issue because this person overcame. Maybe it can be a testimonial. That's highly inspiring. I love people's stories and what they did to overcome. And for a brand to have someone on there sharing a testimony about how that brand helped them get to where they are, that empowers me. So having that inspiring content blows my mind and blows whoever's mind who is in need of that.
I think too, like, inspiring quotes have a lot more shareability than like content that's specific to your brand.
So true.
It's like when you can find quotes that are like, wow, yes, I feel that way. Yeah. And then somebody wants to share it. Yeah. That gets more exposure for your brand, and it helps them out because they're feeling inspired from it.
If not hundreds, thousands of more people.
Yes.
And that's like an endorsement too, in a way, a light endorsement. Even though on Twitter they say my retweets aren't endorsements, but on Facebook, people see it like, oh, I'm endorsing that brand. Like, if I come across somebody with a weird Mimi or like some weird Mimi brand, and I'm like, I didn't think this guy even supported it. But it's association though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
So I'll be like, and then I'll look at myself and be like, okay, I can't retweet that just because of the title of this. Just share that.
Oh man, that's funny. So finally, content that resolves their problem. So this is where just putting out their value-adding content that, yes, maybe points to how your brand does it, but also just other ways that they're going to feel like, wow, they're helping me.
Yeah.
They're guiding me into a solution to my pain point or my problem.
Yeah,
So,
that's really good.
all of that's building connection with your target users. This is all the process of marketing so that they're going to be in your orbit, considering your products, your services, and then boom, ultimately buy.
I love that. And it's like you're taking them on a journey too.
Right.
And it's a long journey. And I think that's why strategically it's important if you have one product that you're offering and they actually get, to have other products lined out that can also, help them and different.
Good.
So you're always taking them on a journey and you're always fulfilling their needs on that journey.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really good, Mark.
So I think we can have a tendency to get caught in the weeds or just getting all the details, but we got to go back to the basics, back to marketing 101.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
Hey, share this with a friend who might be just getting started in their business, or maybe they've gotten caught in the weeds and they need the ABCs 1, 2, 3.
Amen.
They need to go back to the basics. Anything else today?
I think we're good. Just go get started.
Go get started. That's it. All right.
All right.
Bless you guys.
Peace.
Talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.